is my uncle being creepy? Or am I just overreacting about the situation? I'm 16, female, and honestly feel pretty creeped out around my uncle. He's my aunt's long-term boyfriend. And the point is, I feel, now more than ever, creeped out by him. Honestly, ever since I've been little, he's always been seen, by a few different family members, as an odd guy. Just from his general presence. He's been to jail for something my aunt never wants to disclose to anyone, and has done some messed up stuff. But that could be irrelevant to what I'm saying. The first encounter was back some months ago in June. It was my sweet 16, so my dad threw a party with his family. Of course, my aunt and him were there too. The whole time I was kinda just trying to avoid him, especially after recently learning something messed up he said to a family member, not related to the story. But of course, it was inevitable. At one point, he says to my dad, "Yeah, you're gonna have to get your baseball bat ready to scare off all the boys." Now that might be just a cringy thing a lot of older men say. But then, at the end of the party, everyone's leaving, so me and my dad are saying our goodbyes. I hugged my aunt and said goodbye just as my uncle was saying something to my dad, so I saw the opportunity to get away. I kinda tried to walk away before he noticed me, because I would have to hug him and say bye or something. But just as I started to turn to walk away, he was like, "Hey, bye, happy birthday." I said, "Thanks," thinking that was it. But then he reached in to grab me. So obviously I had to hug him, which is whatever, fine, just a hug. But then he pulls back and looks at me and says, "You look really nice today. Really nice." So I mumbled and said, "Thanks again," but I felt uncomfortable. Maybe he was being nice, but the way he said it made me a little uncomfortable. Then, about 2 months later, I see him again. Some family was in town for the weekend, so we met up with them for dinner. From the last encounter, I just didn't like the vibe he was giving off, so I was trying not to even make eye contact so I didn't have to talk to him. Because frankly, the man isn't a good person, just in general, anyway. He of course finds a way to start talking to me almost the entire time we're there. And at the end, everyone is in the parking lot saying goodbyes before we all leave. Everyone else said bye to him and my dad, and the others are talking to another family member. I'm standing by myself at the car waiting for my dad to finish talking, and he approaches me. Now I'm uncomfortable because he had to wait until I'm away from everyone to start talking to me. But I don't know, so he starts saying bye and then says, "So do you have a boyfriend yet?" Now this is the second time he's asked this. He asked it last time I saw him as well. But maybe he's just curious, I don't honestly know. I don't have one, and never had one, so I just uncomfortably smiled and said no, because I feel awkward talking about that with him anyway. He then reaches out and starts playing with my hair. He's grabbing it and twirling it, playing with it, and then he shakes his head and smiles, and says, "You're bloody gorgeous. Seriously so pretty. So start working harder on that boyfriend thing, okay?" At this point, I'm not just creeped out, but also annoyed. Because why do you have to be playing with my hair? It wasn't as if he was joking around and purposefully annoying me to be funny. He was being dead serious and staring into my eyes, and then says I'm gorgeous. But it was just the way he was so aggressive about it, like saying bloody. I don't know. And I just don't understand why he's so obsessed with me getting a boyfriend. Like I'm 16. That isn't my biggest priority right now. I have my whole life to date. I also haven't told anyone. My dad is always trying to invite him and my aunt to go out to eat with us. And I say I don't like him, but can't say why. I mean, it's not like anything actually happened to me. He just creeps me out. So I don't even know what there would be to tell. I could very well be overreacting, and maybe those things he said did to me are completely harmless and uncreepy things for an uncle. Please let me know if that's the case, because I don't mind if you're honest. I just need to know if I'm blowing it out of proportion. If you want more videos like this and far more longer, please be sure to like and subscribe. Until then, see you next time.